It is finally here, the Sigma Beauty Alice in Wonderland collection, and not the whole collection. I got the palette and the cheek duo, but look at this packaging. Can we talk about this packaging for a second? I mean, how stunning is that? For today's video, we're gonna be using the products. I'm gonna use the cheek and highlight duo as well as the eyeshadow palette. I'm actually gonna be doing a look today inspired by another creator, Angela Bright. She had used this palette and the look she came up with was just gorgeous and beautiful. So I wanna try and recreate the look. I will link Angela Bright's YouTube down below. She does phenomenal eyeshadow looks, so make sure you go check her out. Sigma Beauty came out with their Alice in Wonderland collection. In the collection, there's the eyeshadow palette, the cheek duo. There is also a brush set and a lip duo. I did not get the brush set and the lip duo. But if you were to purchase the entire collection, which comes with everything, on top of the brush set, you also get like a makeup pouch. It's $199. You can also purchase everything individually like I did. Like I said, I only got the cheek duo and the eyeshadow palette. These just came in the mail. I did not even open these yet to make sure like they're in one piece and everything. So this is a first impression. We're gonna be opening this and checking it out together. First product we're going to talk about is the cheek and highlighter duo. So here is the blush and highlighter duo. I mean, look at this packaging. It is so like psychedelic. Here's the back. It just shows you the shades and the shade names and some information on the palette. And then here is what the actual palette looks like. It goes for $35. It has a 12-month shelf life and it's made in China. And then on the inside, you do get a very nice mirror, which is typical. And then here are the shades. You have Paint the Roses and Tickled Pink. So let me swatch the cheek palette for you real quick. Sigma Beauty's blush and highlighter formulas are really, really nice. They blend out very nicely. They're pretty pigmented. It's a really nice formula. And then here are the blush and highlighter swatches. That actually looks really, really pretty. So we're gonna apply the blush. Let me zoom you in a little bit. All right, and here we go. I'm always excited to try Sigma's blushes because they're just so gorgeous. All right, I had to change my brush because I washed my brushes last night and it was still a little wet. But look at that. That is really gorgeous. It's like a cool toned mauve-y pink color. I think that looks really, really pretty. I think this is gonna complement the palette very nicely, which again, I have not seen in person yet. So I'm really excited about the eyeshadow palette. So here's the blush. I actually really like it. Now we're gonna go into the highlighter. It does have like a pinky tone to it, so I'm not sure if it's gonna show up like that. Oh, that is pretty. Look at that. Isn't that, oh my goodness. It doesn't have like a pink cast or anything to it. It goes very nicely with the blush. Yeah, that is gorgeous. I'm very happy with the cheek duo. The blush is gorgeous. The highlighter's gorgeous. So let's move on to the eyeshadow palette. Here is the packaging of the eyeshadow palette. It has the same psychedelic packaging, which is obviously a common theme. And then the back of the palette shows you your shades. You do get a brush included with the palette. Here is the outside of the actual palette. It's the same packaging as the cheek duo. This goes for $59. It does have a 12-month shelf life and it's also made in China. And then here's the back showing you all the shades. Now the inside. I have not opened this yet, like I said, so I'm very excited. So let's open it together. Are we ready? I'm ready. I'm excited. Oh, wow. That is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. And even the brush, let me show you guys this brush first. The brush, it goes with the packaging, the blue and the purple psychedelic. So it's kind of like a chameleon type color, I guess that's what it's called. I'm not sure, but Here is the brush. See how you have the purples and the blue? I know there's a name for it. I don't know if it's chameleon or not, but you have a Sigma E38 on this end, and then you have a Sigma E54 on the other end. I love that Sigma includes their amazing brushes in their palettes, and it's always the same. It's always a E38 and an E54, but I wish they would change it up. My favorite brush is the E25, which is a blending brush. I wish they would include an E25 in their palettes, at least on one end of the brush. I think that would be really nice to have like an E25 on one end and then, I don't know, another type brush on the other end. But let me stop rambling. Let me show you the inside of the palette. So again, you get a nice sized mirror in the palette. And then here are the shades, which I am just obsessed with. I cannot wait to try these. So like I stated earlier, I'm gonna be doing a look with this palette inspired by Angela Bright. She had created a look using this palette, and I absolutely love the look, and I'm gonna try and recreate it. So before we get into that, let's do some swatches. White Rabbit, which is a silver vibrant metallic. Wonderland, which is a deep cerulean metallic. Alice, which is a baby blue metallic. Curiouser, which is a muted umber matte. Tea Party, which is a lime green shimmer. March Hare, which is an autumn orange metallic. Twinning, which is a rich cedar matte. Lost, which is a slate black shimmer. Mad Hatter, which is a sea foam green matte. Caterpillar, which is a turquoise blue matte. Cheshire, which is a classic pink metallic. 10/6, which is a warm tawny matte. The Queen of Hearts, which is a muted garnet matte. And Mr. Walrus, which is a vivid gold bronze metallic. So here are all the swatches. They obviously swatched very nicely, which I knew they would. Sigma Beauty's formula is just amazing. So let me prime my eyes and we will get started. All right, so my eyes are primed. I used the Rare Beauty eye primer and then set it with some powder. The look we're gonna do today is this look right here. Again, Angela Bright is phenomenal at eyeshadow, so I'm hoping that I can recreate it as best as I can. Now, since I already have my face makeup on, I am going to be using these guards on the corner of my eye because I want to get a sharp line. So for part of the video, I am going to be looking rather crazy with these on my eyes. So I am going to use the brush that the palette came with, and I'm going to be going in with the fluffier side, which is the Sigma E38. And I'm going to be going into the shade right here, which is 10/6. And I am going to put that in my crease. Now I'm going to take just a skin toned shade eyeshadow and just use that to blend out this first shade that I put down. Back to 10/6 to just put some more color in the crease. And I'm going to flip the brush over and use the E54 side. And I'm going to go into the shade Curiouser. And I'm going to pack that on the outer part of my lid. And then I'm going to bring it up to the outer part of my crease. brush over and just blend over that. Back into Curiouser just to deepen up that outer corner a little bit more. And then again, flipping the brush over and gently blend. Take a rougher number 2 brush and I'm gonna spray it with some setting spray. And I'm gonna take the shade Cheshire. And I'm gonna put that shade in the middle of my lid. Same brush, I'm going to go into the shade Tea Party, and I'm going to put that in the inner part of my lid, kind of overlapping a little bit of that pinky purple shade. Now I'm going back into Cheshire, and I'm gonna try and start to blend these shimmers together a little bit so they're more seamless. Now I'm gonna use the Sigma E54 that's on the double-sided brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade Wonderland. And I'm gonna use this shade where the pink meets the brown. So that is it for the top. So now we're going to peel these off, and I did get some fallout, so we're gonna have to clean that up. So now for the lower lash line, I'm gonna use the E54 on the double-sided brush and go back into Wonderland. And that's gonna go along the entire lower lash line. And then using the same brush, I'm gonna go into Tea Party, and I'm gonna put that on the inner part of my lower lash line. Last, I'm gonna take a Sigma L04 brush. I'm gonna go into White Rabbit. I'm gonna put that on the inner corner. I'm also gonna go into the Cheek Duo and in the highlighter, and I'm gonna put that on the brush as well. And I'm gonna put that just right under my brow. All right, so let me go do liner and lashes, and then I'll show you the finished look, and then I'll tell you my thoughts about the Cheek Duo and the eyeshadow palette. All right, I am back. Let me show you a close-up of the finished look. I don't know how Angela Bright does it. She does such a phenomenal job doing eyeshadow. And even though I followed her steps that she did exactly how she did it, and I think hers turned out so much better than mine. I do like the look, but I don't know what I did wrong. But still, let's talk about the Cheek Duo. I really like the Cheek Duo. I think the shade is really, really pretty. It's very cool toned. So I don't know how it would look on warm toned skin. But if you're a neutral undertone, cool undertone, I think this is gonna look really, really nice on you. The highlighter is nice because there's no cast. Even though it looks pretty dark in the pan here, it's actually, it does not show up that dark. Even the swatch is pretty dark. Like the swatch is pretty pink, but it doesn't show up like a pink cast or anything. So the cheek duo, I really, really like the cheek duo. Now the eyeshadow palette. I absolutely love the packaging. I love the psychedelic look of it. It goes great with the Alice in Wonderland theme. The actual palette, the shades are gorgeous. I do want to play around with these shades a little bit more, but yeah, I think the palette is gorgeous. So that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I will link everything down in the description box below. I will link the entire collection, and then I will link all the individual products. So if you're only interested in the palette, the cheek duo, or the other products, they will be listed below. I will also list everything else that I am wearing on my face as usual. If there are other eyeshadow looks you want to see with this palette, comment down below and let me know, and I will be glad to do another video. So again, thank you guys so much, and I hope to see you all again soon.